Welcome back to another update on OddAlerts. This is for the API users out there. There has been a new endpoint added. I talked about it recently in the Discord. This is a beta/beta. Never sure which one of those to say for our UK ears. And it is a team stats endpoint. It is actually a stats endpoint, but this first version is going to focus on pulling team stats by giving it a season ID. So the URL is /stats/season. That's like a tongue twister, isn't it? She sells on the seashore. So you pass the season ID, and there is a parameter to include Frozen. Now, that isn't a Disney movie reference because it's Christmas. I will show you what that is now. We'll just head to the endpoint that I've fetched already. So this is the Premier League. This is what you'll see. You've got the info, as is the case with the other endpoints. Just gives you an overview of what you're looking at and how many pages, how many total results. And if there is any parameters that you can change, it will show you as well. So in this one, include Frozen right now is false. Now, include Frozen will bring in all of the Frozen stats. And you can see here it's false for now, and we've only got 20 results. So what this is showing you now is all of the team stats at this very moment. And just to go over the object as well, the data, we have the team ID top level, Fixture ID, which is null because these are the latest stats. And then we have the season ID. I'll add more into this at the minute, but again, it's beta/beta, so I want to just make sure it's all solid, it's all working as it should, and the foundations are solid, and then we can add things into it as we grow. And that of course goes for the stats. So I'll just show you some of the stats that are in here at the minute, because the way they're set up should feel familiar regardless of what league you're looking at, what season you're looking at. So you've got the actual stat name, and then within that you have a similar setup for all of the stats. So you'll see, regardless of whether it's talking about points or lost, it is total, home, away, total _ average, or total _ percentage, depending on the data point. BTTS, it's going to be percentage. For points, it's not going to be a percentage, is it? It's going to be average. So I think this kind of data structure is something that will work. It will scale, and yeah, it's something I wish I had when I started OddAlerts, that's for sure, because I've just noticed goal difference is 0. I'll have to fix that bug before this video goes out. So I'm creating this with the experience, nearly 3.5 years, is it now? OddAlerts has been live, and when I first started this, even now that, all the data providers out there, they don't tend to focus on stats that are geared towards or around betting or even just computing stats for you, because it's heavy. It's a lot of work. So some data companies, they will just focus on the results. Maybe some data providers just focus on the odds. But with the OddAlerts API, I want it to be for people that are looking to create their own betting systems, their own models, looking to start their own football databases, that kind of thing, looking to set up their own alerts or just create their own little tools locally or on a website. And I think this stats endpoint, as I say, it's for seasons right now. Really, really quick way for you to view all of the stats for teams within a season. And you can see that some of the stats here, we've got fouls in here. I'm going to be adding to this literally after this video goes live. This is just a starting point of version 1. I'm still working away on the back end anyway. I just wanted to get this up so people can use it, because I know once it actually goes live, that's when all the feedback comes in. So it is a beta/beta, as I say, and I'll just show you now what it looks like when you include Frozen. So if we say include Frozen equals true, it goes away. It's really quick, as you can see, and now we've got 338 records here. And if we just scroll down a little bit, actually, just until we get one that does have a fixture ID. So in the OddAlerts database, if you're looking at a fixture that's in the past, what you can do now is go to the season, and you've got this fixture ID, and what this is the stats before that game kicked off. So it's incredibly useful, vital for back testing. And we can see at this moment, this game, might put in the fixture name here as well, but trying to keep it minimal and clean for now. You can see that this was the 8th game, because they played 7, Sheffield United, and they were still winless at this point. So yeah, this is the Premier League. You can do this for all leagues, all seasons that are currently active, or any historic seasons as well. If if you're looking through the fixtures endpoint and you see the World Cup or something, just feel free to test it and let me know. Provide feedback in the feedback channel on Discord. And I'm looking forward to building on this, because as I said in the Discord the other day, this will power. It will power a new Teams page for sure, which has been in the pipeline for a while. But it will also power the sort of new version of filters that I've wanted to build for a long time. And this is sort of the bottleneck, because the old way of storing data just wasn't scalable, and I was running into issues. And ultimately, this is how OddAlerts breaks out and allows much more feature-rich filtering. People have wanted to filter and backtest using the last X, so last 5, last 10, last 6. This makes it possible, and it also makes it possible and really, really quick. Say if you're on the front end of OddAlerts, to just, when you're looking at, let's say it's Newcastle versus United, you could just say, okay, show me the last 27 games for Newcastle, and then it'll just go away and it'll just compute the stats on demand. Whereas the previous version, or the current version that's out at the minute, it's quite static in how it saves and pulls the stats. It computes it all, stores it, and then you get it. But this way is a lot quicker. It's better for filtering as well. So yeah, I'm gonna just keep building on it. But if you can provide any feedback, and in terms of the stats as well, let me know what sort of stats you want to include, and I will update the documentation as and when, and just keep active on Discord and Twitter and stuff, because that's where I'll be posting the updates. As always, thank you if you are using the API. Let me know what you think, and thank you for the support.